Alright, hey guys, John Ribs with Larak alongside. Yeah, we're watching the match between KBR and Sakurai. KBR playing Ascension. He's the one playing Ascension, right? They're both blue and red too. Anyway, he wins the roll. Why do you pay mana for Gitaxian Probe there?
Also, I don't really like probing on turn 1. Anyways. If you know your opponent's twin, you really don't want to probe on turn 1.
Yeah, it's like more relevant around turn 3 when you're worried about whether they can combo and
yeah.
You can't. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so turn 1 we already disagree. Well, I think the probe for 2 life before you play a land is better.
It's fine, I guess. Yeah, then you might like ponder a preordain or play Adepts.
Yeah, and then I think that your play of holding the probe is better than that.
Yeah, I think so too.
Unless he's like specifically got like 1 land, Pyromancer Ascension or something, and
you can still wait until turn 2 to probe. I guess the only downside is if you really don't want to get Spell Pierce, but you would rather they Spell Pierce a probe than the Ascension anyways.
Yeah.
So that play just doesn't make sense.
Alright. Turn 1. It's the hardest turn. Helmar Depths, not too exciting. And we do have the turn to Ascension, must be nice. Another reason to hold a probe with Ascension is that if you can turn on Ascension without the probes, you get to draw 2 cards with it instead of 1.
It's very difficult for this. This deck can't really do that, actually.
Yeah.
By chaining mana leads. Chaining mana. So, like, it's fine for him to cast probe.
Right.
With that, in that regard.
Yeah. There's more of a deal in Modern where you have a lot lower curve and so on. This is why I hate Ascension in this format, because he plays turn 2 Ascension and just passes turn 3. I guess he's got non-elite cup and stuff, but...
Mana leaks and Into the Royals, and possibly Burn.
Yeah.
So, well, okay, here's a quick thing. Do you like him playing land before Preordain and cracking it? It was a fetch.
I did not even notice. So he's... Well, he may be preordained into the land.
No, he played fetch first, then played... He played cracked fetch and played Preordain. It was Misty Rainforest.
Okay, it seems fine. Yeah, it seems fine to me.
Alright, I was just curious.
If it's Ponder, then obviously it's different, but Preordain, I think you're okay with casting that
after the fetch.
After the fetch. Because you never have cards on top that you then want to shuffle away with Preordain. You just scry them down.
Yep.
And breaking the fetch takes 1 land out of the deck, so slightly better chance to hit the Exarch and what have you.
So, oh, I guess he had a second probe, so he was fine burning the first one. That would make that play fine.
Okay, cool. And he gets to Call to Mind it, and we have an active Ascension on turn 4.
He also
but it gets bounced. So we were saying there are like 2 Into the Royals in the deck.
Yeah, he had one of them. I mean,
yep.
These things happen.
Yeah. So, I wish we could see the cards that Gitaxian Probe shows, because it's hard to say whether like the twin player is holding the combo right now. I assume when you're holding Ascension and you pass with 5 lands up, you're pretty scared about your opponent's hand.
Right. So I think we can deduce that the guy has one of the pieces. It probably is an Exarch. If it's just a bunch of Splinter Twins, he doesn't really care.
There's an Exarch. And tapping 1 red but not doing anything, and the combo, Royal, Dispel, Royal. Okay.
Good.
So,
The guy was playing 3 Dispels in his tournament?
yeah, 3 Dispels.
3 Dispels, 2 Pierces?
Yeah.
It's not a lot of copies of a card to find. Like, he could probably wait, but I'm not sure it actually gets better for him.
Right.
I think it's fine to go for it there. Also, it's lagging on the untap.
Yeah, I paused it.
Oh, okay.
That's why. Now you get to play Ascension. Did he know that there was a Gitaxian Probe in hand? I don't think so. Anyway, I'm just thinking his opponent left up 5 with an Ascension in hand. I'd be
You would wait?
seriously considering waiting.
It really depends on what the rest of his hand looks like. If it's just a bunch of lands, it's really not going to get better for him. Although he missed a land drop, so... No, wait, no he didn't. We don't know.
Yeah.
No, he didn't miss a land drop.
Oh, he has Spellskites in the deck too. That's another card that you can draw to.
Then you probably should have waited if Spellskite was in his hand, but I don't think it was.
Yeah, I suspect that he just drew into that. Apparently we're gonna just go for the... Oh.
Did he have redundant copies, you think?
I really doubt it.
If he had redundant copies, then it's definitely fine to go for it then.
Yeah. But I feel like he would have gone for it again earlier.
Why do we wait so long to burst? Oh, just to try to throw him off his game?
Yeah, I think. Hope that he's comboing out so fast that he presses OK or something.
I guess that's logical. But that's that.
Yep. Okay, so game 1 goes to Twin. Game 2, do you think...
We should look at how they potentially sideboard.
Yeah. I should have been doing that earlier too. So I assume the Twin gets mutagenic growth.
You want mutagenic growth, mental misstep, negate, dispel. You cut.
Lavamancer?
Yeah, Lavamancer is, terrible here.
Twisted Image?
Yeah, it's probably fine to cut those since you don't know he's boarding Spellskite. Unless you've scouted all of his earlier matches. But
This is after like 10 rounds of tournaments, so
yeah, but
it's pretty likely he's seen post-board.
you really have to ask yourself if the guy watched all those matches.
I would.
You are
First
not.
place is like, how much equity? First place is a lot of money in this tournament.
At least 1K plus, invite. The invite
Yeah.
is obviously worth something to people. Anyway, yeah. 3 Lavamancer, 2 Twisted Damage go out, so that's 5. So you need 3 more slots. I think I would cut 3 shrines. Here's why. The game's going to be somewhat slow anyways, so you have more time to naturally draw into your cards.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
And this is what I was saying, in a lot of matchups you board out shrines for post-board games, especially versus solar decks. And actually I do like boarding it out versus faster decks too, because you often don't have time to play a shrine and wait for it to charge up.
Okay. So Shrine is sort of like a medium strength card, which is fine against everything, but can be improved on post-board usually.
Yeah, it's easy to cut.
Alright. Let's look at KBR's list. See what he has for Twin. Well, I guess we already sort of looked at these guys.
Alright, so he has a lot of ways you can go. Pyroclasm, Sphinx, 2 Force you definitely get out. So that's 5 cards. So you want... I would also board in Azure Mage as Ascension. Here's why. The guy's not going to have any way to kill an Azumage, so if it just comes down early and you leave up mana forever, you can just build a perfect hand to beat Twin.
Alright, that makes sense to me.
This is actually what I used to do as Blue-White Caw. I had boarded a bunch of Azure Mages versus Twin, and I would just sit on the Azure Mage forever, and they couldn't really do anything.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So,
It makes sense in a lot of spots against Twin to have some sort of instant speed advantage mechanism.
so we need to cut 6 more, probably cut the Call to Mines, and I don't think you need to leave in all of the burn spells.
I think
You want to leave in Burst, but you can probably shave 2 bullets.
we need 2 more cards, and maybe the next 2 as well. Into the Royal has to be better than Lightning Bolt.
Yeah, so we just cut all the bolts and we leave in Burst. So we still have enough ways to kill him with, if that's a problem. I don't really foresee it being, because he'll probably just concede if you kill all of his guys anyways. Yeah, this seems fine.
Can also beat down with Azure Mage.
Yeah,
Okay, so that's how we think they're boarding.
it makes sense anyways.
Makes sense to me. No mulligans. Ascension's on the play again. 1 on bottom, 1 on top. Really hard to say what that means.
It means you wanted one of the cards. Yep, there. I mean, that was a pretty obvious boarding.
Right.
So we left in at least 1 shrine.
And a kite.
This is looking pretty good for Ascension player.
Yeah.
Well, now he's just blue red control really. However, I guess you have to leak. I was about to say you have to be careful with attacking with Azure Mage if you don't
Right.
have some way to stop it.
Yeah.
How many counters are on Shrine? Like 4?
5 right now. Very little is happening. So we still have Twisted Image.
It's definitely worth fighting over that. Oh boy. Yeah, the guy doesn't attack here, which is definitely correct.
Right.
He's slowly killing them.
He still has no counters on his Ascension. I wonder if actually boarding out 2 Ascension or something is good here, post-board.
Maybe. I don't know.
I guess we didn't water down the Ascension engine that much. We were mostly taking out big cards and 2-outs and stuff.
Yeah. His list is a lot easier to board with because it has all those random cards, so it's just easy to board out. Hey, it's something.
Yeah. We have 2 shrines.
He left in shrines. Yeah, this game is not looking very good for him. It might just take a while for... I do like that the Ascension guy just pays the life because he knows the mana is way more important.
Yep.
And also, if he has all the mana, he can just activate Azure Mage twice anyways. So it's worth 2 life is worth an extra card there.
For sure. He just broke Shrine of Piercing Vision and then broke a fetch land. So I played the fetch land after.
Yes. I don't know. If he had the land in hand, then it's probably wrong.
Hold on a sec. Okay. So we were just saying that Sakurai activated Shrine, then played a Misty Rainforest and broke it. I'm wondering why he doesn't play their land and break it first. Just take one island out of the deck.
The most natural conclusion is he didn't have in his hand.
So he like
Shrine
activated. It's a pretty mediocre Shrine. How many counters are on that? Oh god. This really doesn't play nice with... Yeah, it looks like we just didn't have a whole lot of counters on the Shrine. 2, 3? Yeah, I guess so. So I guess he feels a little bit...
under pressure.
Exactly. Which makes sense.
It's pretty bad, actually. He should just... Oh, he just wants to go for it this turn. First.
Really bad. Brit's Scalding Tarn first, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, it's like very, very minor modification of percentage, but yeah, you definitely want to. Yeah. Wait, so
2% or
Twin
something.
is 2-0?
Yeah, Twin just 2-0.
So I guess the Twin player knew he had to just be aggressive with his spells, essentially.
And the Ascension player seems to draw the wrong sort of stuff.
That can happen.
Maybe he should be playing like 4 Negate or 4 Flash Rays over 2 of each, since he is Pyromancer Ascension.
The thing is, you want negate versus blue whack.
Well, maybe 4 Negate then. Anyway, that was a bit of an upset, I guess, from what we were thinking was going to happen.
Yeah. I feel
Although,
like the Ascension player, I feel like, could have made some different decisions. Maybe.
I feel like he sort of went with the game plan we were talking about, but it just didn't work out.
Yeah, that can happen.
Yeah. Okay, so we will both probably be back for the next match.
Okay.
Yeah, hope you enjoyed this. Say bye, Jarvis.
Bye.